All right, I'll continue with the 13th pick, and that is
You don't have to number that.
no, I like people to know that I'm smart.
Okay, all right.
That I can count.
I think it would be funny to have either Twitter thread or like a live stream or Instagram, whatever, for Adam and Eve. One, to know what really happened.
Who's watching it?
And this is more for like Griffin, like if Adam's looking for Grindr, maybe he hashtags like Adam and Steve, and then we could know what's going on.
Why are two of the 13 picks so far about Grindr?
Three of them are.
I wasn't gonna mention Grindr.
What is this show about?
But I just want to know, like, is the snake really talking? Like, can we get a video, or is it just a filter on Snapchat?
This pick is interesting, but the problem is it's, by definition, it can't be that social. It's really just the two of them, and maybe the snake, I guess, has a social media profile.
That's fair.
Sure, yeah, why not?
But that's it. So it's
it's a lot like Elliot on Twitter, where he's tweeting, but like two.
I get,
right. It's or like when we
his
tweet
tweets
the
are
list
private, and he retweets famous people with comments. They're not gonna see them, man.
That's fair, Andrew. I feel like it's more like an archive. Like we're looking back at their social media.
You just want to look at their DMs with each other, or their texts back and forth.
I want to look at their DMs with each other. If there's DMs to snake, or if it's just catfish. Like,
See, I want to. I feel like I would want to
catfish.
see if they're on like early Instagram, where everybody is throwing that like grainy filter on everything, or making everything just like super like artistic looking, and being like, God, Adam and Eve were so fucking pretentious.
I feel like it would just be a lot of their text back and forth, and then the snake would just like slide into their DMs and like put an emoji of an apple, and that was it.
I think it'd be a lot of Facebook, like in a relationship, it's complicated. In a relationship, it's complicated.
Yeah, it
and
would
like
be a lot
every
of
day it
back and
changes.
forth.
Yeah.
Yeah. It'd be like, we have 500 kids now, but still complicated.
We're still figuring some stuff out.
Figuring it out.
That's creative. That's good.
That is a good one. Like Andrew said, I'm not entirely sure how social it would be, but you know.
So for those keeping track, we have 3 biblical picks, 3 Grindr picks, and those are not mutually exclusive.
Nor should they be. This is a Sodom and Gomorrah podcast. Okay, my number 4. This one has nothing to do with Grindr, which to me now feels a little bit like a letdown.
You'll get there.
Yeah, well, we might get there. I'm trying to get that sponsorship, baby. My number 4 is the Wall Street crash of 1929, which led to kind of our economy imploding on itself. I want to really see, like, we see this a lot on social media with people like blaming each other for the economy during like recessions or during like just kind of like downtimes. This is the economy straight up bottoming out and like an actual genuine depression. I want to see how quickly people turn on each other. Who immediately launches their version of whatever the 1929 meme coin was? Are there Wall Street bucks or something like that? How many be a huge time for like I told you so's or clapbacks or people retweeting with comment, somebody being like, yo, this is gonna go on forever. It's the roaring 20s. And then somebody being like, oh, word. Like those oh word tweets are my favorite. The vibes would be terrible. I'm going to get out ahead right now and say, like, this is going to be like the worst version of social media, but it's going to be hilarious. And we're going to spend more time on it than we do on the best version of social media.
Yeah, this is something that like at the time we're not going to wish social media existed for, but like when everybody's out of it and everything's cool, it's like, I wish I could have seen social media at that period of time. So my headphones out, but I'll grant you that.
You're so excited.
This does make me think of fairly recently. I don't know her name. The hot tour girl who had I
was thinking the same
or
thing.
whatever it was, and then essentially lost people tons and tons of money. That's just what I imagine the social media reaction would be, kind of on that vibe level.
Everyone would be dragging her, but in the comments, it would be other people trying to launch their their
own version
as well.
Yeah. It's a good pick, Griffin. I actually disagree with you, Moda. I wouldn't just want it in hindsight. I would want it, like, if I was affected by the depression at this point in time, I feel like the memes would be all there is to live for.
That's all I have.
Andrew would absolutely get banned from 1929 Twitter because he immediately would learn the names of everyone involved in Wall Street and try and put like very, very public hits out on them.
I'm not going to confirm nor deny that.
I know your game, buddy.
Yeah. But on Yik Yak, anonymous person would do that.
All right. Modai.
It's my pick. All right.
It is.
My next one, I want like a live tweet version of the apple falling on the tree with Newton, where he's like, guys, this craziest shit just happened. And I had this idea about an apple falling from the tree, and then everybody being like, this is the dumbest thing in the world. Like, why does it matter that an apple fell from the tree? Like, I just want to see the start and the finish of his idea coming from gravity.
I like this, but when you started, I had thought of it from someone else's perspective, and I thought that's where you're going. Like, you would want a live tweet of someone like in the field being like, I just saw this fucking idiot get hit on the head with an apple. Like, what caused that? I like your way, but that's how I thought of it.
I think both would be good. Him doing it, and then like another version of someone watching him do it. I think it'd just be really funny to watch.
It's like him taking like a selfie Snapchat of it hitting him, and then someone else somewhere just filming him under and being like, what a fucking idiot.
He's like trying to show like the lighting on the bruise. Like, see, it hit me right here. It fell from that tree up. He's like, it's almost like a crime scene version of it.
This pick relies on Isaac Newton like taking a lot of liberties with his social media accounts and like
sure.
really embellishing what happened, because really what you're looking for is an idea being born. And I feel like that's sort of hard to show. I could be wrong. If anyone could do it, Isaac Newton could do it. But
yeah,
like
I'm
to know.
envisioning him being like your worst friend that has like a story for everything. Like, no matter what, there's posting stories of everything. Like, this is his personality while also being a genius.
I like to think he had his phone set up recording him just sitting there chilling.
Yeah.
Like, just chilling in the field.
We may come to find out that Isaac Newton didn't even have the apple drop on his head. It happened to someone else, and he stole the credit while they were concussed.
No, I think he had planned to post a video of him just chilling against a tree because he's like on that vibe. Got hit in the head with the apple, and then he can edit it to show gravity in there or whatever, math.
So he's
Yeah.
also got like really, really mad video editing skills.
I'm
Correct.
here for this pick because I think the media around it would be great.
I
Isaac Newton just crushing TikTok.
I actually love this pick now because I love the paradox of Isaac Newton having a smartphone and being a world-class video editor and just
Not knowing gravity.
humanity just discovering
Correct. Yeah.
Well, I don't think those things necessarily have to lead into each other. We could have video editing before we have gravity, maybe. I don't really know how all that works. I'm sure gravity has something to do with something.
Yeah, this pick started off good,
Good.
and I think it's gotten better.
It's gotten better. It's gotten better.
This is the good
Very
part about
nice.
social media in general. Like, it can make any of these mundane events, and I'm not saying that one's mundane, but
Yeah,
any mundane
super
thing, it's
pretty
mundane
mundane.
events,
If enough
like the moon landing.
if enough people are talking about it, then eventually you're going to come around to it.
True.
Yeah. All right. My fourth pick, I'm going to go with the Wright brothers' first flight. This is just, another like big invention, big like moment of technological advancement that I feel like people would lose their shit over seeing a flying vehicle. Cars were not even invented that much earlier than this. It always blows my mind that planes were invented as quickly as they were after cars. Like, that just doesn't make any sense to me. You would think it would be like hundreds of years later, but it wasn't.
You should also look at span of time, not to take away from your pick because it's an incredible pick. Span of time from the first automobile until we landed on the moon. It's like 80 years.
Crazy.
Yeah. It's genuinely absurd how quickly that, like, we went from horses and
Walking.
buggies to being on a different celestial body.
Yeah. So I just think the reaction to that would be cool to see someone like live streaming a video of them flying and people being like, what the fuck? Is this, doctored or something? But yeah, no, it'd be amazing.
It says a lot about my social media diet that I'd be really excited for the people that'd be like, no, they didn't. And they have direct video evidence be like, no,
Nah,
they
believe
didn't
it.
do that. That's not true. That's smoke and mirrors. They're magicians.
I don't dislike this pick. I think this pick would be better if it was not their first flight, but all the failed attempts, because then they would just get dogged on up until they do it. And then they're like, we finally did it. And I was like, yeah, but look at all this dumb shit you did beforehand. So good pick. I think the time period beforehand would be funnier.
That's such a like sports brain. Like, this guy has lost in the playoffs a whole bunch of time. They finally win. They're not even that good.
Exactly.
It's better to not make it at all, actually.
That's what many people
Yeah.
seem to argue.
Yeah.
The
It's better
keyboard
to be it never was than eventually succeed. I don't know.
the keyboard warriors that were just like walking places would be like, these fucking idiots, they can't fly.
Yeah, I can walk somewhere, but am I going to crash? No, I'm not. Flying's for idiots.
And then as they get hit by a car, tweeting that.
You do run the risk with this, like if it is the lead up, like all their testing beforehand, that someone does do it before them. And then it's like, no, I posted my video first for me flying. So
Could arguably make it
of
a more fun historical event if it turns into a very highly publicized technological race, kind of like the plane version of the space race.
if the left sisters get in the air first, but like they don't post it.
Shut
Did it
the
even
fuck
happen?
up. The Left Sisters, you stupid idiot.
Spelled with the W.
Of course it is. That's good. That's a good one.
That's a
All
good
right,
pick.
I love it.